Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into some thoughts here on Thursday afternoon, I want to give you some trade ideas or a way of thinking that I think may be in play into next Friday. Next Friday is the witching expiration, and while there is no guarantee that the market has to play out in this way, I want you to be aware of these couple of ideas, and then we'll see how they look next Thursday when we do a recap of this. But getting down into it, I want to start here with Microsoft and the idea of max pain basically being that where you've got the most notional value, right? Think about, and there's a few ways to get this value, but this is what we're looking at here, where Microsoft and next Friday's expiration and the max pain value. But the way that I like to think about it is that Microsoft has been falling hard, right? So during this drop, you could basically assume that everyone with long puts, right, they begin to create a lot of notional value on the put side of the chain. And the group that's going to lose the most money, or the way that the most money would be lost, would be if Microsoft were to rally. Now I've got just two simple levels on here. And first is the rally that preceded the decline. I always like to consider it for its potential of symmetry. And then you'll notice how that has a rough correlation with the 21 EMA, right? Often studied as the daily mean, and in reversion to the mean trading, it would be the idea that, a move back up into 270 would be where you are looking, provided the recent lows remain intact. But in my mind, some of my best trades have always come from when the chart agreed with the chain. So in this chart, could we see a bounce back to the mean? Well, that is what it's suggested through here, through max pain, and I want to watch that into next Friday. Now further, there's going to be other ways of doing this, and in Oxy, let's start off by doing the chart first. Because could you look at this, and I happen to already have the 618 retracement on it, but let's just take it off for a moment and look at this and say, could you look at this chart and argue that it's kind of in the middle of its range, right? From the recent swing lows to these runs up into 77.13, you're pretty much right back into the middle of it. If you are into Fibonacci, you may find it interesting that from swing low to swing high, the 618 retracement is right where we were resting today. So a lot of different ways of saying maybe that is sideways. And then you come back to reference max pain, and you can see that for Oxy, again for next Friday's expiration, max pain is 65. So that would imply everyone that's bought the 65 put is going to lose money. Everyone that's bought the 65 call is going to lose money. And essentially the underlying is within, I got the price over here, just some of my shorthand here, but working the idea that for Oxy, the max pain is at 65, it's trading around 64. And then if you were to sell the straddle for this expiration at $4, you're basically saying that it will be below 69 and above 61 on that monthly expiration. And of course, somewhere along there, you get the opportunity to take profits. So I think that is a good idea there with Oxy. And for the final, let's look at SPY, because this is saying a similar story, and of course does not have to play out in this way, but SPY next Friday 405. So if we come back and look at a chart of the ETF for the 500, do you see more of this repetitive way of thinking? I actually think it doesn't always line up like this, which is why I brought it to you in tonight's video. I think it is relevant, but you see the 21 EMA 404.68. And then you look at where max pain would be for that particular expiration, 405. So you are only, 32 cents off. I think that's going to be worth carrying forward into the analysis for next Friday. So I hope you find it helpful. You guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next free video. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.